Like Darkrai, I just don't even want to mess with the eyes and stuff. It's such an L, bro. It costs so much. It's like a lot of work for a unit that you kind of have to dedicate. You have to team build around only so that you can one shot the boss. I don't mind being that anchor for our team, but I think a more valuable asset is all of us to just put down our coolers. Oh, sweet. Electric, let's go. I always farm it first on these in case it's flyers, so that I can get 17 where he needs to be. Which is the floor that's the Attack on Titan one? 83 or something? Which is the sus? Which is the last sus floor? We're on 81 right now. So, like, in 2 floors, I guess. These still take forever, man. Even with, like, times 3. Here he come. Nope. For me, Darkrai, it's between like Boros grinding and Merlin grinding. Really, I should go for Boros, but it's like the Chainsaw Man characters. It's like really out the way, and I'm not going for like a full collection. Is she though? Is it on placement that she does something weird? Because if it is, then I guess. But I feel like there's gonna be other strats. I feel like she's only good if it's like a magic traitless tournament that it's worth it. Which is it could happen, but I feel like when that tournament comes, even if I have Merlin, I'm gonna lose. Like I'm not gonna get top spot. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like every time a tournament comes out, I look up somebody else's strat. And trait tournaments are just an L. If you don't have the unique on the newest unit, you just lose. Like, let's say another tournament comes out, like in a day or so, right? And the meta is to bring, like, uniques of every single character you have because it kills the waves faster or whatever. Someone like Mello could just drop their Escanor and frag. Or someone like me is like, okay, I have Nimble 3. Alright, next map's gonna be sus. Hopefully it's not a fire one. Otherwise we'll have to bank on cooler. Errors. I don't know. I'm kind of in the camp of I don't really care about Merlin or Boros. Dude, everyone told me Boros was cracked during One Punch, but I never saw anybody like use him. And Merlin does bring some unique utility to the table, but I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with it all. Like, I don't mind using my portals, but we have a daily quest. Oh my god. Okay, cool. You got that. This is why I wanted to save for 17. As long as your guy gets it, we should be good. Oh, nice. As soon as we get 17 on the map, we're chilling. Yep, these are starting to get sus. Yeah, but anyway, though, Darkright saying that Boris was okay when people were putting on their tier list like meta hybrid when Aizen was still like running around. It was like it just seems like all these new units, especially that are limited, they're just not worth my time. Like we're almost done with everything, but it's really because I missed work. If I didn't like have all these days off, I still wouldn't even have like the relics right now or anything. Yeah. No one uses Boros, or no one used him when he came out. They flexed him when they got him. They tried him out, and they were like, okay, and they threw him out. Yeah, Rick doesn't have like any good units. He's got Solvay, and then Ichigo Dust. Rick's team kind of like just peaked at the Bleach update. And then they just stopped getting good stuff. It's good for him. I don't think he's beaten the stages though. But Mello, if you're still there, the reason why I ask about the streaming thing is because when I was like editing the videos to put online these towers, I was like, I watched a whole video of me talking to you about the streaming thing. There's a couple mutters here and there, but I was like, I guess I'm gonna ask about it when I come in today. Nice. Okay, the next map should be sus. According to what you said, 83. Let's see. Oh, no one came back and checked on you? And that's what I was talking about kind of last time. Like, when you see zero and nobody, and it's like an empty chat room for like the whole thing, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like pretty discouraging to continue. For me, oh, Darkrai, I guess it's not the same level layout because this should have been the sus Attack on Titan map. This is 83. For me, Mello, it was always kind of empty. I just it got to the point where my boys that I was playing with, when they couldn't make it like into to play with us, They would use my stream as kind of like, I'm gonna be home soon, blah blah blah, or I can't play today. I'm talking to you from my house or whatever. So it was kind of like a easier way to get a hold of me. It's just to use my chat room. And then I was clipping the cool stuff that we were doing. Yeah, it's a 4-path thing. Mel, a single person can solo it, but you're better off just duoing. Like, you'll have all-star tower defense dorks come in and say, actually, you can solo it. But the reality is like, yeah, right. Like, fuck that. Even with another person spamming, like, meta characters is, like, so sus. So, it's like if you're playing by yourself, you kind of have to, like, slow clear and play, like, really efficiently. Where if you go in with, like, friends, I guess, you guys can kind of just ×3 it, which is just better for videos. What, duo Infinite Castle? It'd make the grind a little bit more fun, I guess, so you're not isolated. I like what we did yesterday. I like that we played Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I got the 450. The rewards are better in Anime Adventures. Getting what is it called? Star Remnant summoning tickets, cubes. Like there's just like treasure radar. Like there's a lot more. Yeah, there's a lot more like better rewards in this. It's Stardust grinding, and I'll be real with you, Mellow. Even you, Darkrai. Especially since towers don't give XP, I have no idea why. Or if it does, it's so minor that I don't notice it. You're better off just sitting in the chamber all day and playing another game to farm Stardust. That's what I did. You get like 3,000, I just play Pokemon. I do want to make those last wishes, but damn, bro, they want you to grind so much. Like, Mellow, the play, since you're not like, yeah, since you're not like, you know how Castle doesn't give XP, it's kind of like that. Uh, the play, honestly, for me, though, is really to hit 322 by grinding World 3 Infinites and Stories to get like a fuck ton of candy or whatever. Pretty much infinites. And get orbs to get the level 5 water orb for my cooler. And in doing so, leveling up my account to 322, and then when I'm 322, get the last wish unit, and then go again to whatever stupid number it wants me to go next, so that I can get another fat stack of gems, stardust, and gold. But it's really like, it's really like that will take like probably 5 days of grinding, like no cap, of doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over. This map's tiny, so you should probably place early. Don't farm. I might even do stun and let you put your thing down. If it's air. Or if it's not air. This is like the second level. Mellow, the reason why is because the last orb I need that's not like Kuma or whatever, not including Aizen either. Even though the Aizen grind would actually get me some good levels. These decelerates are gonna be sus. I'm telling you. I might just put down the stun instead of placing. I wouldn't say. I think I think Anime Adventures team building's a little bit more creative. Here they come. I told you it'd be weird. Oh, did we lose? Yeah, we did. We gotta do that again. Damn. Maybe it's better if we do farm. Let's try hyper farming, Darkrai. I told you this map's weird. They have a lot of health too. Well, would you want to like just you farm and get 17 up, and then I just spam coolers? Why don't you do that? Or do you want to spam cooler and I farm? Quick, quick, quick. Play something. I don't want to go back and team build and shit. Okay, he farmed. Cool. Just get your 17 down ASAP back here. Like, just for the decelerates, I guess. And I'll just spam coolers. You can bring Asa. Like, if we fail again, sure. But I've beaten this solo without having to do stuff like that. It just gets weird. Nice, nice, nice. First fail. I didn't think it'd be this map. I'm gonna hold him back. Get ready to play 17 in the back. Am I holding it down better than you were when we were doing it as a group? Or did you play something? Where is he? I don't see him. Oh, okay. He's hidden. I was like, is water orb just carrying us that hard? I'm gonna get a 17 myself. Alright, cool, we're chilling. This map's just weird because it's a beginner map. It's not very big. It's a strong orb, yeah. Mellow. The fun thing about All Stars is if you get like something really powerful, especially like way earlier than you should, the game's like kind of like a breeze, but it's really like everything's locked behind levels. So it's like Caleb started a fresh account and he just got unlocked World 2, but it's really like you're kind of stuck in story for like a while, until you hit like level, I guess, 10 or something, and you get Snake Way. You do the one Frieza orb and Whis, and then it's like you're stuck in story for a while again, and the story's kind of like trash. And then it gets to the point where you're doing the next Snake Way, and you're not really like, the Snake Way stuff's kind of meh until you get to like really high levels, and then even then it's really like extreme orb, like flame orb is when it like curbs again. But then really by World 2 it's like just raiding and Gauntlet now. It gets fun again when you hit World 3, but Snake Way is like a mouth that opens up. It's like next to the World 1, World 2 portals. And it can get you orbs and units, but the units like are instantly trash if you can even beat the levels. So it's really like all you want out of it is orbs. The Frieza orb from the first level is done now because Frieza's a fodder. Yeah, the new Deku is the new Battle Pass units are trash, bro. They're both bad. It was not worth the grind. This is the one map, Demon Slayer. I can't believe you load into these games so easily, but you don't load into Anime Adventures. So it's like, Mellow, it's kind of like, especially with Aaron, which is why I had big complaints about Aaron when it first dropped. It's kind of like, as a whole, All Stars is kind of like, even their codes are kind of like locked around experience, so it kind of feels like an endless grind. Yeah, I got them already. We're doing towers. They were like busted up, but their stats weren't even that good either. So Mellow, when you factor in like all those things, it just boils down to like it ends up boiling down to. Good luck with that. Mellow, it basically boils down to um like if you have nothing better to do, chilling on this game and grinding all this stuff is not bad. But if you do have other stuff you can play, like on Anime Adventures or other games, it's kind of like a lot of this stuff is like ridiculously tedious. Yeah, I guess. No, I think Navy was good. I think that One Piece Star Pass was just good. They had Rayleigh and stuff like that. The other one had Turles. Turles was pretty decent. Yeah, Sasuke and Naruto were good. I got a lot out of Naruto. Mainly Naruto, honestly. Naruto, I was using him for Marineford raids. I don't like it when you can get into a giant like thing. I think as a reward for the battle pass and buying it, getting the Kurama link was a W. Yeah, he's amazing. What? Yeah, he's amazing. 500 to do four. What is that? How much on placement? 500 with Flame Orb to do 7,700 every 1 second. Upgrade 1,000 to go up to 13k every 1 second. And then a 3k to go full cone for 66 every 4 second hybrid. And you can just leave it on this, honestly. But if you actually have this extra 20k, you can go up to 4 seconds, 205k. Hybrid. I never max him. I use him for for like story. Okay, this was 84. I think. Wait, are we on 84 or 85? I think we're on 85, right? Or 86? Because the Attack on Titan map was like the Frieza one. Nah, I guess this is 86 then. Oh. Dude, I really hope we don't get hit by an Attack on Titan map at like the end of the game. That'd be really bad. It's great Saiyaman, bro. That would be so trash, bro. Yeah, I figured it was there. The cooler, fire air, let's go. Zoro's pretty strong. The problem with Zoro is, and people don't really think about this, is when Zoro came out, everyone had Roger. So it was kind of like Zoro might be better for like Infinites or something, but bringing Zoro over Roger in a game was just stupid. If you still have Roger, I don't think you should ever use Zoro. And honestly, if you've been playing the game as much as I have, your bleed meta unit should be Chainsaw Man. Not Zoro. I don't know who you'd be bringing Zoro for. Oh, I wouldn't play 17 on this one. Fire resist nature, dude. That Star Pass has to be the longest Star Pass that ever happened in this game, bro. That Star Pass lasted for like 10 months. And then extra time. When I got Roger, there was like 1 day left. But the pass came out when I took a break. They extended that one so long. I honestly don't deserve Roger. That one, like, dude, grinding the Star Pass back then, I think you could still do Geno's trick, but I didn't even know it was a thing, and ×2 I don't even think was a thing yet. Or if it was, you had to pay for it or something. So, I was kind of like checked out of All-Stars, and Infinite took forever, bro. Like, people forget that All-Stars didn't have a ×2. Or if you wanted, you had to buy it. Then they just gave it to everybody. Like it was a ×2 update. My favorite unit? Cooler. Like, my hype for him has definitely died, especially when we keep getting new stuff, but he's still, like, that guy. If I were to give it, like, a fair second place, I guess 17. Then speed carts, and then it'd be like, I don't really care. 17. 17 is really good. It's one thing to like a character from a show and liking their cool aesthetic, right? But it's another thing when you get to regularly use the character and it feels really fun to play. Like meta characters are always gonna feel better. Like Escanor is meta in Anime Adventures right now, but trash in this. playing Escanor and getting to that sunrise level and like full AoEing, everything is like gone during the Ant Kingdom update. This is 3 paths. This one's gonna be weird. If it's flying, this is gonna be like. I hope it's ground. I hope it's like ground and electric. So 17 just rolls the level. Yo, bro, I'm getting nervous. We're getting close to the end, but we haven't seen an Attack on Titan level since like 60. Uh-oh. It's air. Dang. Well, air and air. Nope, I didn't do the Eisengrind yet. I don't really want to. It mathematically it takes like 20 hours. I'm doing this to cover her ass. So he's the new money meta unit that you're basically saying he sits on your shoulder. I heard he buffs the same. I heard he buffs the same. That'd be better to have him on your shoulder than Mikasa, but Mikasa is a bleed. If you take off Mikasa on those leash situations where you need a bleed, it gets kind of weird. It would basically turn in your team into Aizen as the lead, Cooler, Brook, where Chainsaw Man is for me now, Speedwagon, and then Blackbeard, and then one unit that you would need for the level. And since you're taking off Mikasa, it would be you need to bring the correct Blade or CC Elemental because you're probably going to still gun for Cooler. If it's the same amount, that's what it would be. However, with Mikasa, since she is a bleed unit, it actually makes it so that you have like a little bit more variety on like what you can bring to the fight. But she won't be able to bleed to 1k. Aizen, I'm gonna hope that he's 500 to place, but you're probably never gonna use him. If it's more, then I guess it's worth, but it would have to be like a substantial amount to warrant that grind. Like it would have to be like you place your speed cart level 1, and he goes up to I guess 33 or 333 I guess for the next upgrade to be in the middle of the match so that you're a step ahead. But if it's like level 1, like let's say it's a boost where level 1 you place Speedwagon and it's enough for second upgrade or even close to 500, then boy oh howdy you demeta. But like I said, if it's like minuscule or equal, Mikasa's kind of better. Because if you're committing to Aizen in the middle of a game, you're basically not doing anything. Because the coolers kind of carry with 22 million. And by kind of, I mean they do carry. Just because you can one-shot the boss doesn't justify 19 waves of being AFK. To guaranteed boss kill when if everybody flooded Cooler, it's a W. Now, I will say this. Since everybody doesn't have access to Cooler anymore, he's a big W. But the L is like you kind of need to get this like meta strat ready to do the grind anyway, and it's 22 hours of this like hold it down to get Eisen, and honestly, it's an L. I just think overall it's an L. Stop, Gracie. You're not a guard dog. You're like a big wiener dog. Like, I can have a better take if I pick them up, but I don't know. I feel like we could just pull up the wiki. Yeah, that's what I heard. So when you said it was more, I was just like, well, it better be a substantial difference to justify that grind. Same amount makes it even worse, to be honest. And that's what I heard, and I was just like, I don't feel like scrapping my Mikasa to put Eisen on my team to potentially become the anchor when we're probably just going to need help with coolers so that we win anyway. Because if everybody just does their 8 coolers, you win the match. You better spec up this chainsaw man, dude. Yeah, that's what I was saying. If you leave Mikasa on when the elementals show up, it's usually not even wave 1. We're in the towers. You can place her by like wave like 4 or 5, and she'll take care of the bleed at least in the early game, which is all that matters because by like wave 9 you should have cooler, and this hits the enemy no matter what they are besides air, but he's a hill, so yeah. I think it's a fine grab, especially like Raccoon doesn't have cooler. So I think if you don't have cooler and you want to bring something to the table, you can be the Eisen anchor, but you're still relying on people to bring cooler to raids, or you're gonna fucking lose. Maybe with Asta, people can hold it down until the Eisen pops off, but even then, it's like, well, where's your bleed, bro? Like you got like everybody else has to like adjust so hard that you can pull this off. Yeah, cooler's still like crazy. There's still other stuff you can do. I don't know, man. It's the reason why I've stayed away from Gauntlet. Plus, I uploaded Eisen like within the first hour that you could even do Gauntlet during that glitchy time. The video got like no views, bro. So the idea of me spending like 20 hours on a unit I'm probably not going to use again after getting Eisen in the previous anime adventures and not using them is like utterly revolting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eisen's a really good alternative if you never picked up cooler. How many more floors do we need to do? Damn. Lucas carrying the stream with all these all-star questions while we play all-stars. Come on, baby maps, baby maps, baby maps. I don't know, but all I do know is the clone shows up and it's like 1,000,000,000 health or something. So it'll one tap like the boss. It's something billion. I know it's pretty strong. Oh, it's this map again. We hit next level, right? We didn't hit replay, right? Yeah, so you just use Eisen to kill the boss. So if you brought Eisen, you're the boss killer. So for like a stack team, For like a stacked team, yeah, it is just the same map. You bringing Aizen to the table is like I'm going AFK because I'm gonna drop Aizen on the boss. You guys do the level for me. You do the hard part for me. Now with a whole team of coolers, it's still sus because the bosses gobble these up now. Um, but it's still like, it's still like, well, if he goes AFK, you're down like coolers that could handle like the little guys anyway. And honestly, you can just kind of slow clear if you want cooler to always work out. Yeah, but here's the thing about that, Lucas. If we're looking at a meta, right? When a character arrives last, you have to like look at how strong the character will be in the future. If you got Aizen first thing in this update, the only thing you should be able to use it for is for towers, okay? And uh for the Meliodas raid, because you have to do 22 of them. He's not particularly good on the Meliodas raid because the cooler strat works. And by the time you get him out, it's kind of like decided if you guys were going to beat the raid or not. Yeah, I know. So the thing about that is Aizen's not meta for Meliodas. You're not going to use him in towers, so it's just like next update, the one after this, we'll have to see. So right now, for me, if you want to just kick off Mikasa and then put a bleed unit on your team, as Aizen being your new like farm sit hold here, go ahead, and then you can calm with people that you'll be the boss killer. But you already have a squad, so you guys are gonna take on anything. However, if it by next update there isn't something that Aizen himself handles like with greater ease than this squad, I'm not including Chainsaw Man or Navy. The real meta is Blackbeard, Brook, Speed Cart, and then it could be 17. It really depends on the map. But really Cooler and Mikasa. And that's another thing. Ease of access is like the biggest thing here. To get Aizen, like, well, you kind of have to pull like shit like Julius and like all these time stop characters and stuff and be already pretty good at the game and stuff. And it's kind of like, or you can get 6-star Mikasa. Like, saying that going for Aizen's the better call just because of this boss killing thing, when you could just snipe a Mikasa and shop, is like a little ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. No, you should be able to clone him in a raid. You'll never get him in a story though. Wait, was that it? Was that 10? I wasn't looking, Darkrai. Was that the 10th one or no? That wasn't it, right? We got more. Was that 89, 90? Okay. I was reading chat. I didn't notice. Attack on Titan map. Just throw it at us once. Bro, I do not want to do a level 100 Attack on Titan map, bro. Don't do it. Damn, we're still in the 80s. At least we're almost done with this shit. Yep. Pretty fucking much. It's good, Lucas, if you have them, big flex to you and everything, but I don't know, man. That's my stance on the whole Aizen thing. I'm kind of just in this camp of L unit, L grind, L update. They took out like the easiest way to do it. They want people to really like earn it. It kind of sucks ass. I've had people come in and brag about it though. After spending like 20 hours grinding on it day one while the update was like made out of toilet paper. And it's just like I could do Aizen or I could play the Seven Deadly Sins update. Now, we're almost out of stuff to do in that game. Like I still have to do Infinite Towers and other shit, but it's I don't know, man. It's kind of like this situation where uh even if I grind Aizen, I kind of feel like I'll just be putting on my soldier instead of Mikasa, and then I guess I'll have Chainsaw Man sitting there, and then it'll basically decide if I want to be a buffer or slower that game. It depends. It depends on your outlook on it. The game kind of takes forever. We're already kind of like knee deep into it. All Stars has this like luxury of they want you to grind forever, so it doesn't matter where you are in the game state. Anime Adventures, when an update comes out, you kind of need the newest shit. But if you don't have the newest shit, you gotta get the previous new shit. It's kind of like this, Lucas. You know how we have these like updates in All Stars where it's like, this is the My Hero Battle Pass, and the Aizen and Meliodas come out. It's a little like scramble brained. Anime Adventures is kind of like this situation where it's the Seven Deadly Sins update. So we get Seven Deadly Sins theme map, nothing but Seven Deadly Sins characters added to the shop. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple sprinkle things to do that aren't themed, but it's kind of like the update is that anime. That anime shines. No, they buff all their units like all the time. They buff old stuff like all the time. It's just the newest stuff will always be like top notch, but there's a couple stuff that's like mid, and then older characters come back in the meta. Well, it's not just that. Darkrai, what is that character from? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're at 90. The character I need to return, because I need to bookmark here. Um, it's kind of like this. Lucas, Yuto from Jujutsu Kaisen. He just got buffed, and now he's considered a meta ground magic